Hi Scott, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Scott Pinnells and I'm Vice-Chairman and involved with the first team at Walpolston Phoenix Football Club.
What does the club mean to you and the local community?
The club's a massive part of my life. I've been involved with the club maybe sort of 6-7 years. The last 4 years a little bit more hands-on. The club's situated in a local village within Guildford, so it's a massive part of everyone's life to live within the village. We get a lot of people coming out on Saturdays to support the team. They come and use the clubhouse to socialise, and it's just a good, good sort of meeting point for people to get together, support the local team, have a drink, socialise, and just have some fun at the weekend, which is all well deserved after a hard working week.
So what does the clubhouse do locally? So, it hosts events and social events other to the football?
So the clubhouse is open for private hire. You don't need to be involved with the football club. It's a big thing, we push that a lot to get people to come in, hire the space over weekends, weekdays. On a Tuesday afternoon, obviously pre-COVID, we used to run not ourselves, but a club used to hire it where family members who have got other members of their family who suffer with dementia would come down and meet and just to sort of relax and have a catch up with other people going through the same thing. So that was one thing it was used for. Birthdays, we try and push it as much as we possible, and it is a part of our also funding to keeping the club running.
And so how has COVID affected the club in these past 2 seasons?
COVID's been a massive problem for us, as it has many sporting clubs, many businesses. We run two football teams from this club, but we are heavily reliant on takings from the bar to fund the club and keep the club running. We've got a great facility here, but obviously with having a great facility, it costs us for the upkeep. So we rely on locals coming down, watching our game, and then watching the Premier League games in the afternoon, spending in the bar. It's a massive. It is where all our funding comes from. So to have the doors shut for 2 years has really, it's been a struggle for us to keep the club running. Fortunately, we've got some good people involved who've really dug in deep and tried to help, and the lads who play for the club have helped, but it's really put us back a good few years where we'd really kicked on in the last couple of years. So it's really damaged us. And
what were the details of the pipe bursting that we had while the club was shut?
Yeah, so just as COVID wasn't worse enough, obviously because the doors were shut and no one was really around, when I think it was back in February or March when we had the really cold weather, one of the main water pipes in the roof basically burst and just flooded the whole bar area. All the ceilings came down. I think it was it went for 3 days, I think, before anyone had picked up on what was going on. So you can imagine the water damage that the club faced. It was a real mess. So on top of the COVID, on top of not earning, we then also had to obviously all pull together to try and do the club repairs.
And so obviously this video is for our crowdfunder. What can people do to help us out for our fundraising?
Obviously, it's been a hard time for everyone across the country with COVID, but I feel a massive part of getting through this and getting people back to normal is trying to help the local sporting clubs where people can go and have a break away from their work, break away from COVID, and socialise. And at the moment, we're struggling to keep our head above water, and just any little bit helps to keep the club running, and keep the locals coming down and basically being able to enjoy themselves at the weekend. So it's massive for us.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you very much.